I'll take Charles' question here. So, what are we doing in California to get dad's 50-50 rights? So, specific to the state of California, um, to be very candid, I've personally had conversations with a handful of legislators, and there's not much movement on that front. Um, it's one of those things. There are some individuals who are willing to support it, but there aren't many people at this moment that are in the legislature, in the state assembly, in the Senate, who are willing to put their name on it. Um, and that's something we've seen. Most of the states that have had movement, you think Kentucky has their 50-50 law, a red state. Arkansas has their 50-50 law, red state. And then you take a look at the states last year, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, that passed different laws. They're red states. Texas actually on their Republican Party, although it's not a partisan issue, it's tended to be the first moving states have been the red states, have been the more conservative states. And I think that the direction we've tried to take it and the direction that we've tried to move the conversations is we're obviously being very child centric and knowing that I've targeted and have a handful of people working with me that have targeted legislators who run big on education or child development, and talking about the benefits of having both parents involved when it comes to high school graduation, college grades, school suspensions, teen pregnancy, healthy relationships. So we have had some productive conversations with legislators who typically support education-based bills. But being quite frank, they're at this moment, last I heard, 12 states that were going to have 50-50 bills get introduced this year. Realistically, California is probably further down the line than some of these states that we're hoping are in the next couple of years. So, yeah, if you're interested in getting involved, Charles, DM my Facebook page, and we can make sure you get on the list. We do occasionally have Zoom calls where we've educated people, where we get people started, and we really want people statewide to be able to reach out to their specific assembly person, their senator, because that a lot of times is the most effective. Hey, I am one of your constituents, and here's a concern I have, rather than say me being in Riverside County reaching out to someone in Sacramento or someone in the Bay Area. So yeah, just drop me a DM at the Father's Rights Attorney, and we can get you on the list to get you involved to the level you want to be involved. And I'll tell you this, whether it be the Father's Rights Movement, which are obviously broadcasting on their social channels right now, or any other group, find a group that fits best with you and volunteer some time. Their groups are always looking for individuals, whether it be to help run social media, to help contact legislators. We're going to be getting into a season here in the next 2 months. A lot of states, these states that are going to have bills get introduced, we're going to start seeing those bills pop up, and legislative sessions are going to start right after the first of the year. And so everybody's going to be looking for volunteers to be able to visit state houses, hit the phones, do things like that. So you can definitely find a home if you're wanting to help move this forward. There's any number of groups. If the Father's Rights Movement's not the fit, whether it be Americans for Equal and Shared Parenting does phenomenal work. There's a couple groups based out of the state of Texas that do phenomenal work. Find a group, volunteer some time. It'll also give you some perspective of some people who have been in the fight for a long time. So with that, we will wrap up our show tonight. I want to thank everyone for listening in, and we will be back next week. Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. And I promise you, we will have a guest next week. So we'll go back to our interview format next week. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a nice night.